Good morning, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you some prediction readings for the 2nd of October. Oh my gosh guys, all the Christmas stuff is out in the shops. We've got Halloween first, all that stuff is in the shops. It's mad, I can't even keep up. I know you guys probably feel overwhelmed as well. Apologies, the minute I set up the camera the guy started mowing next door. You know how it is. Hopefully it won't be too much longer, so apologies for the whippersnipping, etc. It's a beautiful spring day out here, guys. I just really wanted to come out and enjoy the sunshine. I'm out here with my doggos. I've got Sophie here and Sprocket's asleep, passed out over in the sun. Oh, they're funny, aren't they? They just love being outside, and without the wind, it's just so beautiful here. I know a lot of you guys are going into winter, so that's always a bit of a challenging time, isn't it? But then it gives you that time to rest too. You don't have to mow lawns and you get a little bit of respite over winter. So there's a lot of positive things about winter as well, guys. But I have to say I am enjoying spring. I haven't got any admin, guys. I think we all know it's just the same old crap going on in the world, rolling out their agenda, bringing in all their nonsense, their tracking, tracing apps, etc. Nothing's really changing, guys. We're still sort of heading in that direction. So welcome anybody new to my channel. We've got a community here of pretty much people who are awake and seeing through all the, I say, garbage, BS, nonsense and lies that we've been getting fed for a number of years now. But it's starting to become more transparent as the veils are lifting and people are starting to see the truth. So welcome everybody. If you are new, please consider subscribing. It'd be lovely to have you here. Hit those like buttons, guys, and like I said, please feel free to comment down below. Sprocket's heading this direction. Fingers he doesn't. Over this way, Sprocket. Come here. Oh no, you know he's magnetized to the camera, guys. There he goes. Good boy. Sit down there. Oh my God, love him. Oh, and now it's a competition, of course. Sophie's going to get the attention. Sit down, you two. Oh my God, wish me luck. Fingers the camera doesn't fall today. All right, let's get straight into the reading, guys. Oh, cheers, everyone. I have got my lemon barley cordial mixed with lemonade today. I'm still on the hot chocolates. I had one this morning. All right, let's get started. Can't quite come at the coffee yet, guys, but the main thing is I'm feeling better. I just feel so much better. I'm walking around, I'm shopping, it's so good to be pain-free, and I know a lot of you guys understand what I'm talking about out there because I know you guys have suffered a lot of aches, pains and ailments and things. This journey has certainly been very testing, not only on our mental strength, but also our physical bodies get affected by the energies. When you've got a mass awakening and a great shift going on globally, it affects us as sensitive souls, intuitives, etc. We get very affected by these energies. So not saying that causes everything, but it certainly does have a ripple effect on our physical bodies. You know, the other day I couldn't stop from yawning. There was this tired energy, and a lot of you reiterated that you were feeling that as well. So thank you, and thank you also for your wonderful comments. You guys are unreal. You write back to me all the time, and look, bear with me, it takes me a day or two sometimes to get back to your comments. Like I say, I've got to search in different spots for them because they're not all under my video. As we know, YouTube kind of controls and the censorship is very crazy at the moment, but I try to find as many as I can. So if I haven't replied to you, I haven't found your comment, and we know how that goes here. A lot of us have experienced that on YouTube. All right, let's get straight into the reading. Oh, and also remember, guys, I have a Rumble channel as well where I can talk more openly over there about just general topics. Chrissy Fitzgerald Psychic, just look it up. All you do is load the Rumble app. It's very simple, and I'll pop up over there. All right, let's get straight into the reading. Enough of me gibbering on, and we'll see what comes up. Still getting Germany's rising. They are the young adults. I call them the 25 to 35 age group. Are going to make a stand. They're going to stand against the government. They are. I keep getting it. All right. I'm getting visuals of us. This is us as awake people. We're weathering the storm. They're showing us in this boat and we're holding the sides, and it's like a really, really rough storm. It's like we're out at sea in these little dinghies and we're hanging on for dear life. But saying that, we also feel like we're not going to be tipped out of the boat. It's kind of weird. It's like we're still secure in our own energy, but we're still got a bit of a rough, turbulent ride ahead, guys. So hang on to the sides of your dinghy or your little tinny or whatever you want to call your little boat, because we've still got some rough times ahead. And I think we could all agree cost of living is definitely one of them. Immigrant issues is another one in a lot of countries, including Australia, UK, Canada, all the above. I am getting that. We're going to have a little bit of a rough ride, but we're very good at hanging on. We're very laser focused on, it's just showing us gripping, but we're not gripping in the sense that our hands are sore and they're tight and we can hardly hang on in this rough ocean of turbulence, which is everything that's going on around us. I call it Clown Show 2.0, guys, if you're new here. But we feel secure. We know, even without the paddles and the oars to steer our little boat, we know we're just going with the flow. We're going to go wherever we land is going to be okay. It's like we've got this knowing that we're going to be okay. Despite the turbulent seas and the rough times ahead and all the chaos and everything that's going on, we still know we're going to be okay. We're going to land where we need to land. You know, we're not going to be some castaway on some island by ourselves. We know this is gonna go in a direction that we want to go in. So we're just going with the flow. That's the image I'm getting. As much as it's a rough ride, and we're getting tossed around in our little boats as awake people, we're still gonna feel like we're not lost. Like we still, like I keep saying, we can just go with the flow. It doesn't matter if it's turbulent and it's rough and it's not a smooth ride. We're still going to be okay. It's like we have this knowing in ourselves that we're going to... Sorry about them mowing and whippersnipping. It's so loud. We know we're going to be okay. So just keep that in your thoughts, guys. Just know you're going to be okay. And the thing is, what you got to remember, and I keep saying it and repeating myself, people are waking up. They're waking up to the nonsense, BS, garbage and lies they're being fed, guys. They're starting to see it. Not all around the picky wheel, we know that. But I tell you what, a hell of a lot have woken up around that as well. So things just aren't rolling out to perfection like they did 4 years ago. All right, let's keep going. I've got a bug in my drink. And I still keep getting it. Someday we're going to laugh and look back at all this and just laugh at it. It's just going to be laughable. And it's not just going to be us guys here on this channel that are going to be laughing at all of this. It's just going to become a big running joke. All the BS that they went on with, everything is just going to become laughable. All the crap they're trying to push on us, all the controlled 15-minute cities, the tracking and tracing. It's going to become laughable. That's what I'm getting. Because people don't want it, guys. People do not want it. Once people wake up to where this is all headed, they're going to stand up and fight back because they don't want to be controlled. So I am getting that we're going to look back and laugh at all this. God, we do laugh at it now, don't we, guys? We always talk about having a bit of a laugh about all the nonsense and garbage that we've been fed, which still continues to happen. But I am getting that we will laugh in years to come. We will laugh and look back at all this and go, how did this come about? What? Because it just feels surreal, doesn't it, guys? I know you guys feel the same way because you always write to me and tell me. None of it feels real. All this AI crap. My daughter showed me something, for example, on her phone the other day. And it was something crazy. And I said, that's AI, doll. She goes, no. I said, Tarana, they can trick you with anything. We know that they can. They can just, it's so clever. AI is so clever and so manipulative that nothing's going to feel real. Nothing feels real to us pretty much on the socials and all that, does it, guys? We don't know. Everything they're feeding us could be just absolute garbage. I mean, for example, the Royal Kardashians and the whole Kate Middleton visuals of her sitting on the park bench or whatever in her garden and all this stuff, none of it feels real. So we're not going to know moving forward what's real and what isn't. So we're going to have a lot of laughs looking back at a lot of this stuff, guys. It's mental. You can't believe it. You can't believe it. We even giggle at the first part of the rollout was the picky wheel, and it was just absolute craziness, wasn't it? Everybody's logic went out the window and none of it made sense. And we would laugh at it. How are people falling for this crap? Example, Mpox was a good one that we were all like, what? Oh, and they're still trying to push that, aren't they, guys? So this is what I'm getting. We're going to look back in years to come. We're going to be laughing at all this. And not just us. There's going to be other people just laughing, going, can't believe they tried to push all that onto us. Well, let's hope we do look back and laugh at it, guys. And it doesn't get implemented. Let's put it that way. All right. I'm getting England, UK. I am getting the UK government's getting a lot of hiccups and hurdles. Now, I keep saying you guys are going to stand up over there, which you will, but I am getting this, they're getting knocked down. The government's getting knocked down a lot. People aren't receptive to the BS that Starmageddon's wanting to bring in because they're awakening. They're seeing it. This is what I'm getting, guys. The government's getting real kickbacks now. It's not going smoothly. Yes, it's so good. It's not going smoothly at all, actually. Like I keep saying, he didn't learn of Sushi, did he? That tried to do the ULO's tracking and tracing and tried to test a few things out. Didn't work. Epic fail. Starmageddon thought he'd just come in and just walk all over the people, but it's not happening. I feel like the government in the UK is getting a real fight backs now. I feel people are getting really angry in the UK. They're over it. They're over this being forced upon them, pushed down their throat. All the cost of living is out of control, the immigration. It's too much for people to deal with. So they have to fight back. That's what I'm getting. And like I keep saying for the UK, you're going to get a huge variety of fight backs. You'll get the plasticine, you'll get strikes, you'll get people wanting pay rises. You're going to get everything. It's going to kick off, and it's kicking off soon. I'd say end of October is going to really kick off. It's a nightmare. People feel in the UK that they're living in a nightmare, and it can't be real. And it's not just us seeing it, guys, now. It's the people waking up. They're realising that something more is going on. There's something sinister. There's something dark. There's something evil that seems to be upon and across the land like a big, dark, heavy rain cloud that's suppressing and weighing people down. And they're trying to break free of it. I'm getting that song by Queen, is it? I want to break free. I want to break free, yeah. I'm getting that song. The people in the UK want to break free of the darkness and the heavy cloud. And literally, you've had rain all bloody summer, and now in autumn, you're still getting grey skies and rain. What is Sophie digging in the dirt, as usual? Sorry about all the dirt everywhere. So that's what I'm getting. They want sunshine and happiness and joy, so they're going to have to fight for it. That's what I'm getting in the UK, guys. It'll happen. It's good, pushing back against the government. I don't see Starmageddon in for that long, actually. Maybe 6 months. How long's he been in? He's only been in for a short time, but you know, they do their stint, like I always say, the revolving door of prime ministers, and then they scoot off and then someone else comes in. Seems to be the pattern over there in the UK. All right, let's keep going. Oh, I'm getting Trudeau in China. He's trying to charm the people. Oh, he's trying to charm the people. He's trying to do the softly. I keep saying this about Trudeau. We know he's hitting hard. We know he can't help himself. He's implemented half the crap, but he's really wanting to push the rest of his agenda, the beautiful red carpet rollout. We call it the reset rollout. But I am getting, he's trying to do the softly. He's trying to make out, and we know it's all lies and BS and garbage, that this is all for the greater good of the people. If we can reduce the carbon emissions, if we all work together, all this BS that we sort of heard it 4 years ago, you got to work together, and we're all working together to help everything, you know, when people were getting the picky back then. Well, this is what he's doing again. He's trying to do it softly, but of course nothing comes across softly with Trudeau, but he's trying to soften the people up, saying, well, you know, if you can just do that little bit, do your part, and, you know, turn your heaters off for an hour a day, or, you know, don't burn too much wood because that's bad for the environment and all this crap, you're going to really help your fellow man and your neighbour and all this garbage. So he's trying to do it softly, like you have to work together in order to get good results. So this is how he drags the people into it, or he tries to brainwash the people yet again. But of course, we know he usually does it through fear, so he'll probably work on the fear tactics. But he's trying to do the softly approach first. Meaning if he can get the people on side, he feels like he can get them to cooperate rather than the old heavy-handed push and shove that he normally does, example, Ottawa protests. He's going to try a different approach. And maybe that's too, because he's got this person that he's mentoring with. Maybe they're throwing a few ideas around and maybe people are suggesting to him, well, why don't you try a different approach? I don't see it working. But he's going to try and be a bit more softly, like we can all help each other and help our environment and improve what? I don't even know. But mind you, he will still fly around on his gas guzzling jet plane, etc., and his cars and all that. Like, so hypocritical. See, this is what people are saying, guys. It's not coming from a sincere place. I bet he's got his heaters on in winter over there because it'd be bloody freezing. So people aren't stupid. I'm sure he's not turning his off for an hour a day or whatever, or just putting it on at certain times. So he's going to definitely put more on this renewable stuff where it's limited times, and hoping that people will come on board and help each other to improve their wonderful world that they're living in by focusing on the renewable crap and support, buy more EVs and all this kind of crap that the rest of the world is also pushing. But I feel like that's what he's going to be doing. He's going to focus a lot on, trying to softly and warm to the people to get them to cooperate, which we know a lot of people do cooperate and go along with the narrative sometimes if they think their government is going to save them and help them, because and also I think in China you're going to start to see more of these. I'm getting extinction protesters where they protest against extinction because we're all going to be dead if we don't do all this renewable stuff and all that. So I think you're going to get more protests about that as well. But of course they'll be allowed to do whatever they want, and like I always say about all these ones in the UK, the ones that throw the soup on the paintings, they seem to get their complete video done before security comes. Well, you're going to get that in China too. More extinction protesters blocking roads. Oh yes, all be on the news. They're saving the world. You know how it goes. We call them here on this channel the paid actors that work for the government, just to keep it in the spotlight. So definitely renewables is a big thing in China. All right. Oh, they're showing me Australia, and I'm getting Australia's like a wave crashing. We're really in trouble in Australia. Everything's crashing now. We know Elbow sold us off to here, there, and everywhere, particularly Panda, Zping in Panda. So I am getting it's like a wave crashing on the shore. It's almost to me like Elbow's coming unstuck. Oh, that'd be good. Be good if we could get him out. I feel like Elbow's becoming unstuck. This could even be to do with, you've got your vote in Queensland very soon with Stephen Miles and this other guy. Labor might get booted out, which is Elbow's team. They might get booted out, and that could be a bit of a warning sign for Elbow. So things are going to start to crash, I feel, with the Labor government, because all they've done is destroy the country and send us down the toilet, and the cost of living, blah, 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 has been a disaster. So I do feel this. I'm getting the wave crashing for Elbow. We need a new leader. All right. Belgium, Munich, France, rising. I know they will rise. They will fight back against their governments. I am getting that. We knew it was coming. It's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of things happening globally when it comes to protests, stand-ups and fight-backs, guys. There really is. We're going to start to see more and more of it. We might not see it on mainstream media, as we all know here. They hardly ever show it because they only show little snippets of what they want to show you, because it's all about controlling the narrative, as we know. But there's going to be more and more. So if anyone's living in these parts, you see any protests other than plasticine, etc., let us know. Actually, this morning on the news, speaking of plasticine, we've had real massive plasticine protests here in Sydney and Melbourne, I think it is. And they said they're going to start to shut them down. But they haven't done anything. Like, about shutting them down in the past. But if us freedom fighters went and did that against the government, can you imagine? We'd all be arrested, hit with bloody sonic devices and bloody pepper sprayed and rubber bullets. But no, they've let the plasticine protests just get bigger and bigger and bigger and out of hand. And don't even get me started on the neo-Nazi marches and protests that happen in Melbourne all the time. Oh yeah, no one gets arrested. They're allowed to do whatever they like. It's a circus show, isn't it? Different rules. It's like you say in the UK, the two-tier society, different rules with the policing, isn't there? Unreal. So that's a global issue too, guys. Different policing. Unreal. So let us know, yes, guys, if anything happens. All right, let's see if there's one more thing and we'll pull some cards. Oh, the dogs are loving being outside today. We bought a little bird bath. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, you probably can't see it. We bought a little bird bath. Oh, the birds are loving it. They're splashing around, you know. It's so beautiful. Oh, I just love birds. I know a lot of you guys out there love the birds too. It's nothing better than just the spring birds. It's so beautiful. Is there a place in Germany called Hamburg? Is there a place called Hamburg? Getting something like this, it's got to be Germany. Hamburg. There's issues. I'm just getting issues. You can probably hear the bees in the apple tree, guys, because it's just blossoming. You hear lots of bees. All the flowers are coming out on my apple tree. Hamburg. It's something like that. I'm just getting, this could be where protests start, marches start, fight back start. I am getting that Hamburg. I don't know if there is a place in Germany called Hamburg. I think there is. I'm just getting something that sounds like that. Anyway, in Germany, stand-ups, fight backs. And they're showing me people with their arms all together, like very, very strong in numbers. Very strong in numbers. A real force to be reckoned with, the little people in Hamburg. Will people come together? I'm getting that. I keep saying that the people in Germany are very strong with that push against the government. Oh, there's a galah in the tree. I don't know if you can see him. Oh, he just landed in the tree. They're very strong standing against the government. I often talk about that Berlin Wall like being rebuilt, but it's rebuilt against the government. It's blocking the government from pushing all their nonsense onto the little people. So I'm getting Hamburg for some reason. All right, hang on. Oh, I'm getting America. Oh, poor America. What the hell's happening over there, guys? I don't know how you're coping with it all. We're still seeing a lot of Biden while he's still in charge. I noticed he's having his little say all the time. I am getting there's a lot unfolding in America. There's a lot coming out. I feel like people might be digging up some dirt on Kamala. We know they've always got to make a bit of a story up or make things sound bad. We know they're very good at doing this with Trump, as we know. But I am getting things are unfolding. Bit of dirty laundry I'm getting, maybe on Kamala. Some of the things she might have done over the years that weren't so great for the people. And we know a vote for Kamala is like a vote for Biden. It's the same difference, same government. Like, what has she done over that time? Really nothing but open the border gates and ruin the country's cost of living and all, etc., etc. So I am getting there's a lot unfolding in America right now. Things are going to start to come out. I feel like it's going to become a dirty like shit fight, to be honest. I feel like they're throwing shit at each other. I saw something on the news the other day about they wanted Trump to stop talking about Kamala Harris in a negative way or something. And I thought, what? All they do is bloody throw him into court over every court case. They throw dirt at him all the time. Like, you got to make it an even fight. So I am getting this. There's going to be a lot of dirt thrown at each other. Trump and that are going to throw dirt at Kamala. She's going to throw dirt at them. And I also feel like Trump's a bit pissed about these assassination attempts. I feel like he's a little bit suspicious as to why all this was kind of allowed to happen and how did this even get to that point. I do feel like Trump questions a lot of things around the assassination attempts. He's quite, can you imagine how pissed off he would be? I feel like he's very angry about it, and none of it makes sense. God, they had a 60 Minutes documentary here, I only watched it briefly, about how they didn't zone off that first assassination attempt and how that kid could get up on the roof. Like, none of it makes sense, does it? None of it. Anyway, so I am getting that. We're going to see a lot more dirt being thrown at each other, which is just boring, isn't it? You'd rather hear what they're going to do and how they're going to improve the country, and rather than just throw dirt at each other, which I just said, you want to know how they're going to improve. You know, we know Kamala's not going to shut the border gates, so where's that leave people? With just people just flooding in, criminals flooding in, and all this nonsense going on, drug cartel flooding in. Like, that's the stuff people want to know. Where's this all headed? That's the stuff they should be focused on, rather than just throwing dirt at each other. Because throwing dirt at each other doesn't really help people to make a decision. That's what I'm getting from America. And I'm just getting that America's in a real state now. America needs a very different outcome. They need to reach a very different outcome. It's like I say to you guys all the time. You guys were really one of the big important countries, the VIPs. You know, you think about a lot of past presidents, maybe not Clinton, but a lot of the others, or I know we're not fans of probably Obama and all that, but you know, Ronald Reagan, all these others, they were sort of up on a pedestal a bit. Like, the world did look up to America. Now it's just like a fiasco, isn't it? Not to put you guys down, because I think you guys even are aware of that. Living there, it's like you need to get back to the America of old. I say it all the time. People want to get that patriotism going again. They want to feel proud of their country, and at the moment it's like everything's disjointed and out of order, and people are lost. People are very lost in America. Come here. Hey, sweets. Stop. Mummy's chair's here. Oh, good boy. Oh, he's a little cootie. That's just what I'm getting. People are very lost in America. Let's hope you can be found. Trump is very strong. He does have a very, very big following, because people are piecing together Kamala is still associated with Biden. It goes hand in hand. Kamala's not someone that's just come in from nowhere. She's still part of that government, and people are aware of it. Just because we see pictures of Kamala, you know, with her big entourage and crowd behind her, doesn't mean that everyone in America is happy about the direction she's going to take the country. They're all just visual things that they're going to put in everyone's faces to make sure they're brainwashed. We know how it goes. This is how the world is. It's all about the mass psychosis, the brainwashing. So fingers for change in America, because if enough people want it, they can create it, is what I'm getting in America. Fingers crossed. It's almost like you need a couple of other people in the running, isn't it? Well, you did have a couple others, and then they just sort of dropped out, and we got left with, not a great choice. Although I'd go Trump, but that's just my opinion. Remember, my videos are for entertainment purposes only. Take from them what you choose, guys. Let's pull a Healing Angel by Doreen Virtue. I would have sorted all my cards out. They're all back to front, around and about. Oh, it's Sprocket. Don't. Oh, Sophie, get here. Oh, she's so cheeky, isn't she? Sprocket's behind the hedge somewhere. It's all right, Sprocket. It's okay. And Sophie's showing off, of course she is. Music. Oh, how much do we love music, guys? Music is so important to us because it's about vibrational frequency. We'll just ignore Sophie. Shh. Soph! Enough! Come here now. Now. Oh, she's so naughty. And she tries to stir Sprocket up. Because it's about vibration. It can take you back to a memory. And it can also change your feelings inside. Sometimes if you're having a bad day and you put some music on really loud, you can, you know, manage to switch your frequency around. It's a fact. Music. God, imagine the world without music. I couldn't. Guy Oracle. I couldn't even imagine a world without music. I know how much you guys love music. You're always giving me songs and things that you love and the meaning of things. Oh, this is good. Evolution, earth changes, climate change, transformation, climate change. This is things getting brighter. Look, evolution. We're going into that change, transformation and earth changes. And that's why we're getting a lot of the volcanic activity, earthquakes, flooding. Well, sometimes we do question the flooding. Is it from a geoengineering of the weather? But that can cause changes as well. Like I always say, it interferes with the natural weather patterns. So I am getting the evolution. And for some reason, they're giving me that Beatles song, Revolution. You know we need a revolution. Oh. Meaning people need to stand up and fight back, because that's what's going to help the earth to evolve and move to that next level, which is the awakening to the senses and getting out of the 3D lifestyle and moving into the 5D, which is what's currently going on. Did I tell you? Oh, I'll pull some angel cards. Sorry, guys. Oh, creative potential. You are by nature infinitely creative. Life is sea of creative potential just waiting to be expressed through you. You are free to express all your heart desires. And how many times, you guys, do we talk about that? These are the things that bring you to life, getting back to your creativity and your passions. You know, some of us are into gardening. We're all into different things, getting out in nature. I've got a new doll's house project. I'm making a half house in a dark academia theme that just arrived today. So I'm so excited to be able to put all my little bits and bobs in it and paint it and do all that. So we all have creative juices that need to get flowing. So that's what happens when you do wake up. You get more creative and you realize what your passions were. Sometimes you have to go and look back at over your life or your childhood and think, what are the things that really brought me to life? This is how you keep moving forward. Like I always say, dogs were something that always made me feel safe and secure when I was a little girl. So that's why I got my 2 rescue dogs, Sophie and Sprocket. They're nearly 9 now. Actually, the time goes just like that, doesn't it? We all have different things, but these are just some examples of mine, just to give you some ideas of, you know, how you used to feel, some of the positive feelings that you know, used to do growing up. I know some of you out there have told me you do jigsaw puzzles. That's something my daughter and I do. We always have a giant jigsaw on the table going. We have a big zip-up jigsaw thing, and we always share and do jigsaws together because it brings you into the now. That's another example. All right, let's see if there's anything else to finish off with today. So get your creative juices flowing, guys. It's important. All right. I'm getting that song. Forever young, I wanna be forever young. Do you wanna live forever, forever? I don't know who sings it. It's a really groovy little song though. Type it in. I think it's called Forever Young. It's a pretty modern song, I think. It sounds like it, and the film clip's like an old-fashioned film clip, but it's cute. It's like, I guess that's keeping that child alive in you too. Like, you know, you don't want to become this old, cynical, old sort of whinger. We want to keep sort of forever young. You want to keep that innocence and that hope alive too, guys. All right, hang on. How beautiful are the birds today? It's so magical, isn't it? I'm getting that song. On the wings of an eagle, I find myself lifting through the sky, lifting up the world to see. Do you see me? Do you see me? Now that's interesting, because when I hear that song, I think of once upon a time, I think we were pretty invisible and insignificant, and I think now we're not so invisible, guys. People are seeing us in a very different light as awakened souls that saw a lot of this very early on. I think it's quite shocking to people that are waking up, because they didn't expect us to be, well, I'm sort of going to say right or have our finger on the pulse. But as they're waking up, I mean, they're never going to admit that to you either, remember. But I am getting that people are seeing us in a very different light now, guys, as awakened souls, which is very interesting, isn't it? All right. I'm getting a song by Sherbet, an Aussie band here by Daryl Braithwaite called Child's Play. Child's play, no hesitation. Child's play. I think it's called Child's Play. It's just about kids having fun, staying in that childlike state, enjoying your life. You know, being out here, what could be better? You know, all the kids are on devices now. They don't even really watch TV anymore, do they? So I'm just getting that. Get back to basics. Do the things that will put you in that childlike state, I guess. I'm not saying be immature. I'm just saying the innocence, if you think of seeing the world through a child's eyes, is what I'm saying. All right. Oh, I'm getting that song by Paul McCartney. I think it was when he was with Wings, Live and Let Die. Live and let die. Live and let die. Dun, 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 dun. Such a great song. But I think what the message is there is just really live your life. We're here for a short time, not a long time. So you want to live your life to the best and the happiest and the most resistance-free that you can. You don't want to be carting around that backpack of burdens where your body's all contracted and tight. You want to feel free and you want to live your life. That's why we're getting that song. It's a great song, actually, isn't it? God, Paul McCartney's still going really well. And he's not young, guys, is he? He's still singing. It's mad. All right, let me see. There's one more thing. Oh, they're giving it to me again. I love this song. You know I do. It's the Beatles, of course. And Paul McCartney, I think, sings it, The Long and Winding Road. We've had it so many times. But it's true. You know, the long and winding road that leads to your door. It is such a beautiful song. But what the guys are saying, this has been a long and winding road for a lot of us here on this channel. This has been going on for 4.5 years. But we're finally kind of reaching some sort of peace with it, is probably what I'm looking for. We've come to some acceptance of the journey. It's like I said in the beginning with the boat. We're hanging on, but we're not freaked out on this rough, stormy, chaotic seas. We know we're just going with the flow now. And that's why I'm getting the long and winding road. It's been a long and winding road. You know, the stuff with people on here have lost jobs through mandates. We've lost family and friends. We've been certainly isolated in our madness at times, that people didn't believe us and thought we were crazy people that needed to go off to the psych ward. And it's been a long and winding road. So that's what I'm going to leave you with today, that song. I love that song. Long and winding road. Ah, so beautiful. Let's go listen to that today. I think it'll be good for us to have a listen to just some good songs and music that sort of has meaning for us. Beautiful. Don't leave me standing here. Oh, it's been lovely to find you guys too. I have to say, there were times where I felt very, very isolated and lost in the past 4 years. And I know a lot of you guys share that with me too, that you've been through a lot of these experiences. But I think finding each other here on this channel has probably helped us not feel so isolated anymore, because you can actually talk to someone and share those experiences. So take care. I'm going to say goodbye from me and the doggos. I don't know where Sophie is. I can show you where Sprocky is. There's Sprocky. Sprocket! Hey, darling. He's over there chilling out. God, love it. They love being outside. It's so nice for them. Hopefully you can see him. All right, I don't know where Sophie is. She's hiding somewhere. Anyway, all right, I'm going to say goodbye from Australia. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Let's go play that song by Paul McCartney, and I will talk to you very soon. Don't forget like buttons. Please consider subscribing. Like I said, we built this community of, we call ourselves the BS Detectors, Braveheart, Freedom Fighting, Rebel Mavericks. We've been everything over the last few years. So welcome anybody new as well. And don't forget to comment. I love to hear from you, and we let each other know what's going on in our countries as well. So take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.